May 25th, 2020, Minneapolis, Minnesota. A man lies on the ground, begging for air. The words, "I can't breathe," echo through the streets and across the world. What started as a simple arrest soon became one of the most defining moments in American history. This is the story of Derek Chauvin, the officer who murdered George Floyd, the trial that divided a nation, and the punishment that still sparks debate today. Derek Chauvin was born in 1976 in Minnesota. He joined the Minneapolis Police Department in 2001 and served for nearly 19 years. During his career, he received multiple complaints, most involving use of excessive force. Yet, like many officers, he continued to serve without major consequences. Colleagues described him as quiet, strict, and by the book. But behind the uniform was a man who often used aggression, control the streets. On May 25, 2020, a store clerk called the police, claiming George Floyd had used a counterfeit $20 bill. Floyd was unarmed, cooperative, but visibly anxious. Derek Chauvin arrived with 3 other officers. Within minutes, the situation escalated. Floyd was pinned face down on the street as Chauvin pressed his knee on Floyd's neck for 9 minutes and 29 seconds. Even as Floyd said, "I can't breathe," Chauvin didn't move. Bystanders recorded the entire scene. Those videos would soon shack either world. Within hours, the footage spread across social media. Millions watched in disbelief. Protests erupted across all 50 states, demanding justice and police reform. The phrase "Black Lives Matter" once again became a rallying cry. The pressure on Minneapolis police and state officials was immense. Derek Chauvin was fired the next day and arrested 4 days later. The trial of Derek Chauvin began on March 8, 2021. The prosecution argued that Chauvin's knee restraint directly caused George Floyd's death. The defense tried to shift blame, suggesting drugs and health issues contributed. But the video evidence was undeniable. Witnesses, including police trainers, testified that Chauvin's use of force was excessive and unnecessary. On April 20th, 2021, the verdict was announced. Guilty on all counts. Derek Chauvin was sentenced to 22 and a half years in prison. The courtroom was silent as the sentence was read. Outside, crowds celebrated, seeing it as a rare moment of accountability. For the Floyd family, justice was finally served, but the emotional wounds remained deep. The case sparked nationwide reforms in police training and accountability. Streets were renamed, murals painted, and laws proposed. Yet debates continue about justice, race, and power in America. Derek Chauvin became a symbol, not just of guilt, but of a broken system that allowed him to act unchecked for RS. As of 2025, Derek Chauvin remained behind bars at a federal facility in Arizona, serving his state and federal sentences. Reports describe his life as isolated. He spends most of his time in protective custody due to safety concerns from other inmates. He rarely interacts with others and has filed appeals to reduce his sentence, but all have been denied so far. Once a police officer enforcing the law. Now, he lives it. The murder of George Floyd was more than a crime. It was a turning point. It forced America to look in the mirror and ask difficult questions about race, power, and justice. Derek Chauvin's name will forever be remembered, not for his badge, but for the moment he chose silence over humanity. This is Revenge Radio, where true stories of crime, justice, and revenge come to life. Subscribe for more real-life documentaries that uncover the truth behind the headlines.